telling you, this fucking jacket it's got to be the strongest jacket I've ever. I mean, the buttons and the
I thought you
cuts,
had receipts all over it. Those look like barcodes, like scan codes.
this pocket. I mean, it is a little bit big, but I
Yeah.
like it hanging a little bit. I should have tied my tie because I got a very nice fucking
You
orange
want to,
tie.
if you want to edit right now, I mean, if you want to tie right now, I can edit it later, and you can
No, no, no.
tie.
I like to look a little sloppy because I'm just getting ready for my second Q&A weekend premiere of the film.
So let me, for anyone who's new to the podcast, this is their first time. Welcome, the Doug Stanhope podcast. Whereas we left Doug last time, he was about to embark on a cross country Amtrak train ride from Tucson, Arizona, all the way to Chicago on a train that has been running forever called the Texas Eagle. So how
Yes.
did that go, Doug?
Yeah, all their routes have their own names. There's the Pacific Surfliner and the fucking Mountain Destroyer. I don't know what the hell.
Mountain Destroyer.
I said the this one the Texas Eagle also runs with the I don't know if it's the Sunset Limited, whatever it runs. It originates in LA, both lines,
Yeah.
and they break up in San Antonio. So that one continues on to New Orleans, where the Texas Eagle continues north to Chicago.
And San Antonio is like that. That's just a little bit southeast of Austin.
Yes,
Okay.
south. It's south. Uh, and the Texas Eagle, I looked after the whole debacle fell through. They posted their on-time departures, on-time records percentages on their
Yeah.
website, and the Texas Eagle has a 45% online, I mean on-time
On
percentage.
time.
That's less than 50%. And how the fuck you can just sell those tickets
Why
legally?
you? Why wouldn't you take that page down? Why
But
would you?
no, because they have it up on purpose. I at first thought it was for legal reasons, like you have to, have some transparency with this fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
But no, they had it up like, hey, look at this. There's a problem. Please, encourage Congress to pass some bill that's going to help Amtrak
Oh.
or something. But not the Texas Eagle, 45%. That other Sunset, whatever. 19%. And that's the one that drags it down. This is why two times on the same route, taking the train from Tucson to Chicago, this is the second time we didn't make it didn't make it to San Antonio before they sent the fucking another train in its place.
Yeah.
And then they so we know Amtrak's fucked. Like we're fully prepared, not quite fully. We expected the worst because we did this 5 years ago and we got shanghaied. Uh, so I got a hotel downtown, even though I already have a hotel in Tucson. I got one that's right across the street from the train station because that way, if the train's late, the train station is nothing. It's a fucking bus station. There's no snack bar. They have bottled waters out and a bunch of sad people on wooden benches and some pictures of the olden days when train travel was fun. So I didn't want to get stuck there if the train's going to be late. I have a room. I can just keep updating on my computer how late it is. So I woke up and it was, about 45 minutes late. So we amble over there and it's just late enough that the bar and restaurant at Hotel Congress opens up, the Cup Cafe, which is fucking phenomenal breakfast, phenomenal food. They open at 8, so it's
You've done shows at Hotel Congress. I mean, that's a great
yeah.
place. It's an old historic hotel, and there's a venue down below, and yeah.
Yeah, I did not get the hotel.
Oh.
I get a Marriott across the street because if I am killing time waiting for a late train, the historic Hotel Congress doesn't have things like television or
Yeah.
anything. It's pretty bare bones. It's a great place to fall down drunk after a long night of partying in Club Congress downstairs,
Mhm.
and Yeah, that's where we found Meatwig. That's where we got
Yeah,
our
we have a lot of history at that venue.
yeah.
So
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 we drag all our bags over to Hotel Congress, get some breakfast, and then get a breakfast cocktail. And then I check in on the train tracker again to see how late it was. And every time I checked in, it was conveniently just late enough more so to get another round. Okay. Hey,
what time is it in the morning right now?
it's scheduled for 7:43. Then when I looked, it was now 8:30. So we go or 8:40 something. It was enough time to go grab breakfast at the Cup Cafe at Hotel Congress. So
Yeah.
and then we finished breakfast. Hey, now it's at 9:15, and now it's at 9:26, and now it just incrementally just kept going up. But we're all comfortable. I was sitting at the bar. The bartender knows us, so we're chatting, and uh, a lady came in and sat down between us and some I don't know, screwy looking old man, kind of degenerate old bus station kind of person. And she came in on fire, and she's talking about the train being late, and he's also on the train, and he's talking to her in like hobo gibberish. Like, are you sure you're on the train? Or are you like hanging off the train? Are you a rail rider, sir? Because you're tired. I'm going to open the Arkansas now. Anyway, so she orders a very necessary Bloody Mary double with 2 shots of vodka. And I said to Bingo, this lady doesn't drink for fun. I could just tell in her order that this is and she starts saying she's going all the way to Chicago too. And I told her about last time they tried to put us on a bus. And she said, well, I have to work, and my mother had surgery, and she's not in any condition. And she go, okay, this lady's already angry. She said, I've never taken a train before, but she had a credit. She had a voucher. So I'm taking her to Pennsylvania, but we go through Chicago, and now it's late, and I don't know what's going on. Like, yeah, you're going to be fun on the train. I said, well, maybe me and Bingo here can, we'll play high stakes Yahtzee with you and Mother when we're on the train in the viewing car. She's like, what? I'm just trying to have fun. I mean, Bingo and I said, okay, listen, there's probably going to be problems. It's Amtrak.
I mean, you were talking about that on the last podcast. It's like you guys know you're prepared, but it's also there's always shit going to go down because of the people that are attracted. You don't need really ID to get a train ticket. It's like $100-some for 55 hours of train travel. He said that there's no barrier, and there's no one patrolling. You're your own policeman on a train.
They actually do. Since I've looked into it this time, they actually have their own police force. Amtrak does, and it says you can see them on with their K9 units, and there's undercover police that patrol the trains. They go, well, they must not do a lot, because like when we'd walk from the sleeping car through the 2 or 3 of the coach cars and then the viewing car, there's people sleeping in the viewing car, like across the entire seats with their fucking feet up and shoeless, with all their shit spread out in front of them, just like a fucking homeless yard sale. And just kids sitting in the aisles with parents sleeping and not paying attention to them. Anyway,
I mean, Doug, you are one that goes to the bathroom in your socks on a plane. The most disgusting wet floor of a bathroom.
Oh, so, not as disgusting as a train.
Well,
that
no.
Train's rocking. Yeah, and I doubled down on my socks. I'd wear 2 pairs of socks.
Ugh, you soak up more urine.
Yeah, like a gentleman. So okay, the train ends up to be about 3 hours late, just late enough for us to miss the free.
Just to get into Tucson, it's 3 hours late, which the origination is Union
LA.
Station in LA.
Yeah.
That's an overnight train trip. Not even overnight.
It's like a 9.5-hour train trip. I've taken it before. But the problem is that the Freightliners have precedence. So if there's fucking an 85 car freight train bringing shit to a dollar store, well, fuck you and your vacation, because people need fucking plastic strainers at the Dollar Tree
Well,
or
it's
whatever.
not that they have precedent, Doug. They own the lines.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I'm
why
saying.
it's like it's more than it's like, hey, we need to get these Gnipganops to the Dollar Tree in Bisbee. It's not that. It's like, hey, get those passengers on a side rail because we own this line.
Yeah,
You guys are only here because we let you use it.
yeah. So that there's a lot of Amtrak speak that's going to go into this. Uh, we get on at first we have a sleeper car. It's a roomette, so it's two chairs that face each other, and then a bunk bed on top of you that folds down. So you can use that for storage while you're both sitting there. But once you're going to sleep, you fold down the bottom two chairs into one bed, and then use the top bunk. Now I overpacked horrifically for this. That's my big. I thought I had everything under control, but when you're packing that much booze, because it's a 55-hour trip, then 4 days in Chicago, and then another 54 whatever hours coming back.
Well, you
So
needed suits for your because of the premiere. You really wanted to have enough suits to go out and do whatever. But I forgot that you packed groceries and broccoli when you flew broccoli to Tennessee when we went to the whatever that thing was. So yeah, I can't imagine what you put on a train.
well, we'll go through it. We'll go through an itemized list. And I said, so when I was checking in with the lady at the station, I said that that 13, I'm in the lower berth, right? And she said, yeah, you're in the lower berth. But if you want to be in an upper berth, there's a lady that needs a lower berth. And I thought, I go, because I have a ton of shit.
Yeah. Now you
So
have to.
all the bag storage, there isn't bag storage. Bag storage for sleepers is all on that lower berth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to be right next to my bags. I don't want to have to be coming up and down stairs to get all, because all this
Getting your
stuff,
Funyuns and your fucking beef jerky.
yeah, all this shit's not gonna fit in a roomette. So I declined, and then I get on we get on the train. I'm wearing the fucking suit too. I got this is the only suit I did end up bringing was this. I just got a few different ties, two different shirts and four different ties. So I can change up just the tie, but they do make a difference. I get
Hold on a second. That shirt, what color is that shirt? Is that a green tint to that shirt?
it's just a little bit of off-white. It's more just a beigeish.
Okay.
It's just yeah, imperceptibly off-white.
Okay.
But it does make the orange tie pop. It's gonna be fucking brilliant. Oh my
I got an
God.
old computer. It just has black and white screen.
Oh yeah. Anyway, oh, there's bingo and orange too.
Looking great, Bingo.
Thank you.
So I'm sweating my balls off because we're standing outside in a line to get on the train that's slowly pulling into station. And this suit was a fine idea if my train left on time at 7:30, but now it's like a fucking 103 degrees at 10:30.
And you've
And
had a couple pops, right?
yeah.
Or drinks.
So we get on the train, and we're both bundled with all sorts of shit, and then I throw it, and most of the storage is already taken. So we're wedging our bags up on the shelves and stuffing stuff in our upper bunk where it'll fit. And then the lady who asked me if I wanted to switch cars for a lady who needed a lower berth comes on with this she was a 95-year-old woman, with the big wraparound blind person sunglasses, that over her glasses.
Yeah.
Barely see. And I'm like, oh shit, because now she's trying to help this lady one step at a time get up the stairs. And she's like, it's okay, once you're in your room they'll bring room service and you won't have to come down here again until you leave. And I'm like, I'm mimicking, pantomiming, you can move, I'll switch out, it's all right. And she's like, don't worry about it, and now I feel awful. I go to bathroom and come out, and the lady that's right across the hall from us is in way worse condition than that woman.
And the
They
other
just
one?
Yeah, and she is a giant. She's not quite as elderly, but morbidly obese with a cane, and it was tortoise and hair. She literally took 4 to 5 minutes, 4 to 5, to get from her sleeping berth 2 doors down to a restroom. Like she moved that slow, literally tortoise and hair,
Mhm.
tortoise slow, like every touching the wall and then slowly moving the cane to make a step. And I had to wait for her. Like I said, you need any help? No, 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 it's all right. Uh, and then I look in her, she's directly across the hall, and I look in, she's just got the bottom bunk down. She's not she couldn't, she's too big to share it with anyone.
Oh,
But you can see this already detritus, like, oh, like what hospice care would look like if there was no attendant. Like
yeah.
mother's final days, when she, before we brought her over to our house, when she was just tending to herself. It was just, and it smelled like that.
Uh,
And, like, okay, because there's
well,
only
you
a
guys are just getting on the train, or was she
Yeah,
there from
yeah,
LA?
this is stop. There's a good, it's a good long stop at Tucson. There's usually there for an hour. Uh, so then the lady with her mother who just had surgery, the angry drinker lady,
Yeah.
she comes on. We're right next to the family room. Downstairs, there's only five. There's four roomettes, two across from each other, and at the end of the hall is the family room. That's the one we wanted, but it was sold out. Uh, and that's the one that it takes up the whole back of the car. So you actually get, it's a great room. That's the one. Me and
We had it
Chaille,
before when we went from San Francisco to San Diego
yeah, and then we
with
had
Brendan Walsh.
yeah, with Walsh. It wasn't
Yeah.
Shawcroft involved.
Shawcroft was there too. Yeah.
Yeah, there was cocaine. I remember locking ourselves in there and doing blow and getting rowdy.
But I mean,
Uh,
you could almost put your arms across.
well,
And
it's the whole size of the
yeah,
train.
I'm just it's a room very roomy compared to what you would think.
Yeah, so angry lady gets on and she goes, "Oh, my bag is screwed up and it's got a funky wheel." So I come out and I help her with her bag and I bring her in like a porter and I say, "You." She goes, "The family room. Where's the bathroom?" I go, "This is a family room. Has there's no bathroom in the family room. But you get both views out both windows. Only the family
So
car has."
she has the family room though.
Yeah, and her
Okay.
mother is another. Here's the third disabled old woman. That's her mother's trying to get on, and she, the fucking daughter, the cranky drinker, just starts going apoplectic about there's no bathroom. And she's like, "Well, there's supposed to be a bathroom in a family car." I go, "No, actually, the family car doesn't. The sleeper car has a bathroom. The roomettes and the family car don't use a shared bathroom, but it's right down there." Don't you tell me. And I'm like, "I'm not fucking
And
customer
all of a
service."
sudden, she thinks you work there.
Oh no, oh no, this is, and she comes out and starts yelling at the car attendant. "I'm not paying for that. I want to talk to some." She's like,
Wait,
"You,
didn't
you."
she say she had a voucher to begin with?
Yeah, well, they booked it on some other trip that had fallen
Yeah.
through, but they had credits. So,
Yeah.
so she had never been on a train, but her mother had one booked that she couldn't use because of her hip surgery or some shit. And the mother is just this meek old, and she's horrified at her daughter just going fucking full Karen. And I'm not going to tolerate this. And I'm just sitting back because I know there's no other fucking cars. Every
Yeah.
sleeper car is sold out. They do a thing on Amtrak like they do for first class in Australia, where instead of like last minute on the kiosk saying, "Hey, if you will bump you up for $60," you bid for upgrades. So I had already
Yeah.
bid on all these trains, like, "Hey, yeah, upgrade me to a family room." I wanted that fucking family room a lot. I was hoping that she would walk off in fucking anger and then go, "Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that. I bid for an upgrade." But I know she's gonna lose. There's nothing she can do. "Just don't talk to me right now." She's yelling at her mother. I don't. This is unacceptable. This is just unacceptable. And I'm like, this is our fucking neighbor now.
55 hours.
And then our next neighbor, the one room was empty. We had three neighbors: cranky lady and her mom, the woman who would never see except for every time I get stuck behind her, the tortoise and hare woman, and then the third woman. She says, "Oh, I like to see you guys are dressed up so nice, and I like to see happy faces." And I'm like, "Okay, at least we got one good one." And she goes. She told, and at some point she told the flight attendant, she, what time is, what
Flight
time is,
attendant?
yeah, can I get an advanced warning? Because I have a really hard time walking. I just had my hip replaced. And I'm like, is this a fucking hospice car? Is this a recovery room? What the fuck is, like, everybody. And then upstairs was fucking worse. So when we went to the dining car for the first time, we got the lady with the hip replacement, and I go, "Hey, when we get in there, because they seat you with other people."
Yeah.
And I go, when we get in there, can you say you're with us? We're a party of three, so we don't get sat next to the cranky lady and her mother, because I don't want.
Good move.
Yeah, it was. And so we did that,
and she liked you guys because your outfits and you guys. She sniffed you guys as being cool.
Yeah, well, we were the only people that were ambulatory and could, were smiling. Yeah. And we were probably the youngest people on the train. Well, on the sleeping car. I mean, cranky lady was probably about between your and my age, but
yeah.
So yeah, we didn't bother with the viewing car or anything. We played a little Yahtzee because again, the viewing car, I've never seen Amtrak that bad. You know, there's always some
is the viewing car, Doug? Is it the one that has like a glass ceiling and then the everything you can turn your chairs to look out at the scenery?
Yeah, they have like kind of
like lazy boys, not lazy boys, but
no, they're like kind of benches. So there's two, one's facing directly out towards the window, and the other two are kind of curved towards the window,
Dutched in that
like
way.
the bar in the fun house. If you were sitting on it, the front window. So and that's the one that people were sleeping on, and no one's stopping it.
Yeah,
fucking, everyone was seedy as fuck on that.
Yeah.
We sat down at one point. We're waiting for the dining car to open for dinner, and this guy's reading like this. He's an old black guy with he's reading something. He's got his mouth open and his just giant lower lip, and his tongue, like you can tell it's. I mean, it's open all the time. It's that kind of mouth that like he, and then you start to see drool.
Oh,
kind of drip, and then I realized, he's not reading; he's sleeping.
Yeah,
He's just sitting there sleeping. And then he woke up. And he had a bunch of people with him, and they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We were joking around with them, and at some point he goes, "I'm not going to the dining car right away. I don't think I could fit another thing in my mouth." And I was like, "That's pretty obvious." So yeah, we had fun. We played some Yahtzee. We did I think we took some videos. I don't know. But yeah, after dinner I go, I'm going to take a Seroquel because there's no better sleep than on a train. That fucking rocking you to sleep. I got up in the top bunk, didn't made sure they have the harness. I took a picture for you because we can put
the thing that keep you from rolling off into the aisle that we need for the beds in the little house.
Yeah, we could use that in the little house. So I go, I'm making sure I'm all locked in for the night. I'm positioned right so I don't roll out, or it's at least going to be confusing enough that if I get up to piss, I'm going to have to like do a few puzzles before I realize that I'm upstairs and not downstairs. And I woke up once to piss and went back and was just dreaming so beautifully, sleeping so beautifully. Like, I don't care if I miss breakfast. I have enough of my own stuff. Oh, I did try that stupid. I brought a Vitabullet. I brought so many things. I brought
like the ninja bullet.
it's like a NutriBullet. Yeah.
Yeah. So a little personal blender. You can make smoothies one at a time.
Yeah, it makes about like a 12-ounce smoothie or something.
Yeah.
And of course I brought my broccoli and a banana and apple and
Chaille, I have the full video of him blending on the train, pissing everyone off. And then when he was talking to me after, full broccoli chunks were coming out because the fucking thing doesn't work. I have the full video.
I love that you were goofing on a guy who was asleep and drooling in his own lap, but you're spitting broccoli and having your own fucking Vitamix. Yeah, that's fucking.
Well, I did this.
Send me the video, Bingo. If you can get it to me, I can put it on the end of this.
It's too big, but I'll email it to you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it in the privacy of my own room as a tester, but I have all this stuff for it. I have the green powder, and I got the cheese seeds, and all the stuff, the fiber powder, and I know this is going to be a problem right away. Once I see my surroundings, I mean, this is 2 PM probably, but still, once I plugged it into the only plug in there and turned it on, this sound like had to scare all of these old
Yeah.
people.
Did the lights dim when you turned it on?
So I blended it as long as I could tolerate the noise, like just cringing, and then when I opened it up, then it's all spilly, and I just took one drink, and there's just chunks of fucking broccoli. This is just not gonna work.
You're used to the Vitamix, which is like a commercial grade blender.
Yeah,
NutriBullet's good for bananas and milk.
That's I should have just done bananas and cucumber, maybe that would have.
Oh yeah, that's soft enough.
Broccoli wasn't gonna work.
Broccoli, I mean, broccoli is like a #1 fiber supplement, man. That's the fiber in the stalks of the broccoli. That's like the best stuff for your colon.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to pack. I have a collapsible what do you call a pot to boil water. It's really cool. It's rubber, on the bottom.
Where are you getting an open flame?
No,
where are you boiling water?
It's like the UK things you make coffee in, and it boils it like that. Like
the thing, the tea thing, like you plug it in and it boils water instantly.
Yeah, the teapot.
Yeah, I got that, and this one actually worked out. Very lightweight, and it's rubber collapsible, so
I know what you're talking about.
When you're done.
It's not rubber; it's silicone.
Yeah, but it worked perfectly for oatmeal packets. Which all this stuff I brought, a lot of oatmeal packets, a lot of packets of tuna, loaf of bread, hummus. I get this
on a train. Tuna on a train should be illegal.
Tell them about the hummus.
Yeah, but it's
full of water.
Yeah, so I got this.
Oh my God!
It's a refrigerator bag. But it's a backpack.
On the road.
Yeah, it's a backpack too, and it's really cool. But we filled it with hotel ice and all the stuff we needed cool, like the hummus, and then we put it on the shelving for all the bags. Well, our car attendant, after we put our shit up there, she rearranged stuff for other bags and didn't know that this was full of half melted ice, and puts it on its back. So my hummus is full of fucking melted ice water, and it's just everything sucks.
This won't do. We should turn it this way. It'll fit perfectly.
And the thing is, not only do we get 3 full meals a day in the dining car as part of our thing, there's also the cafe car if we get snacky at some point. There's no reason for me to have all this stuff. I just thought, I can remain healthy with the so I had too much stuff, and I was waking up that first morning, woken up to the sound of, attention everybody, please, our train did not make it to San Antonio in time, so we will be putting everyone onto buses to Longview, Texas. So please, please start to gather your things and deboard, and there'll be someone outside to direct you to the bus, depending on what your final destination is. It's fucking 8 o'clock in the
A
morning.
6-hour bus.
Our shit is everywhere. Like I've changed out of my suit. The suit wasn't immediately okay.
Yeah,
I wanted to
it's
make
an inconvenience at this point.
yeah, I wanted to make a presence when I got on the thing, and then after that, it's just pajamas. I have a hoodie that I got last minute for $1, like a disposable. This is not coming back. Very thin, soft, comfortable, sleepy time. I can wear this for 2 days. And it says,
I can't handle it.
yeah, what does it say? It says, no bad vibes, no bad karma.
I can't handle that.
This came in handy because you can't go fucking throwing biscuits when you're fucking wearing this.
Yeah.
And now fucking Karen next door, the fucking angry Bloody Mary lady. Oh, if she wasn't on fire for not having a toilet, when she found, what do you mean a bus? My mother cannot get on a bus. And our fucking car attendant the car attendant had to be brand new and never have seen an Amtrak before, because she was shocked at everything Amtrak sucks at, which is everything. Everything's old, nothing works. Oh yeah, your ventilation is, see that button that looks like it's from 1968 that it was used to fucking launch the fucking first Apollo mission? Yeah, you turn that to cool, and that there's no ventilation system. That button hasn't worked since fucking 78. None of the shit works. In fact, at one point we go, something didn't work in our car. She goes, well, you can, the one car that was open beside us, she goes, yeah, you can sit in there. Our table was like this. So we go to play Yahtzee. It's like, this is not going to work.
No.
I had to stuff one of my roller bags underneath it to level it out.
Hold it up, yeah.
We could roll
She goes, well, you know what? No one's gonna be in there to San Antonio, so you guys can sit in there all you like, and but you have to sleep in your car in case someone buys it last minute. But when you go to sleep in your car, so I'm like, yeah, cool. Now we have 2 rooms. We have our game room, and party room, and but then everything's fucking chaos, and the lady going fucking batshit ballistic. How she's gonna call the fucking president. I go, as long as I'm around this woman, the worse this goes, the funnier it is for me, because I could easily be that fucking guy that I will not fucking. You've seen me carrying out. But while she was doing it, I'm having fun, and I'm wearing a fucking no bad vibes shirt. I have to live up to. So we get off the train. Now our stuff is incomplete.
So are you in San Antonio?
Yeah, we're in San Antonio.
So the train that was coming up to take off people to go south to Louisiana or whatever, that never made it to San Antonio. So you guys are kind of stuck?
Wait, no, that train, they split up the cars. That train is attached.
Oh, they split the cars. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were in line to go. They were going to make their train.
But the one going north to Chicago is the one that didn't make it.
Yeah, this is where Amtrak speak comes into play, because they say, because we are late getting in, the Texas Eagle has already left, so we're going to put you on buses to catch up with the Texas Eagle. But no, we're on the Texas Eagle. Don't say it left. Just say you fucking sent another train to pad your on-time statistics, you fucking cunts. Because that's, if the Texas Eagle is a line, then it's what? Anyway, the point is, they sent another train because we weren't going to be there on time.
Yeah.
And now they're going to put us all on buses to catch up with the train.
Yeah.
Which is going to be 6 hours to Longview, Texas.
You have to take a 6-hour bus ride, and they'll hold the Texas Eagle to a little bit until you guys get there, and then you'll be back on the train, and then they'll load it up. And Then you'll
And
continue
by
on
this
to
time, we
Chicago.
have rearranged all of our shit. Like, okay, this was in that bag, and now it's on the top bunk, and now this, and the blender I just put like fucking lost and found at the back of the that's gone. We don't need this anymore. Just shove anything where it goes. I have my suit in a suit bag, but now I don't have enough hands. Like we were coordinated, we could carry it all earlier. Now I'm like Steve Martin in The Jerk, and I got the fucking the suit bag over my thing, but two backpacks on this arm and my roller bag. I brought a ditch bag roller bag, so it's only got two wheels and it keeps falling over.
Oh man.
And we got to get in line for this dumb fucking bus, and everyone's upset. And now they're pulling all these fucking dying people off the plane. And the Lavia was our I think she was a pronoun case. I think she was a very husky voiced but nice young lady. She's like overly apologizing to, and you can't do this, my mother. And she's like, I have 95-year-old people on this train that can barely walk, and it's not fair. And she's almost crying.
Lavia is the attendant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very sweet. But again, I think it had to be her first trip because she was so surprised that air conditioning didn't work.
She had compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Empathy.
gonna take you nowhere. So we get out to the bus. We're one of the first ones on.
Of course, you're the only two that could actually walk under your own power.
But yeah, like half of our we put like left our stuff out for them to put under the bus, but I still had a few things, and there's not enough like space above on the bus that will hold like a briefcase, but not a roller. So we're just sitting there with our shit cramped. This is not a fucking comfortable bus. Amtrak coach gives you a lot of room, and their seats are better than airplane first class. Your entire legs rise. You're almost flat back. This is a fucking shitty tour bus. And I'm like, thank God. I still had enough Seroquel going through my veins to remain calm.
Oh, that's right.
And then the lady, that was an angry lady, she got on, and she had, before us, she had two seats, and her mother had two seats behind her with their stuff. Like, no one's sitting with me. She actually said that at one point. No one's sitting next to me.
Don't worry.
Like, we have a completely full bus, people. Got a completely full bus. And then when they start bringing on the dying people, the terminal cases start coming on. And one of the handlers or something, she's like, the young people have to move. And my lady, this is a 95-year-old woman, for Christ's sake, where's your compassion? And other ladies, I have work to do on this bus. Is there Wi-Fi? I'm not sharing a seat. I have work to do. And I'm just smiling. But
oh my God.
But then we were the young people. So we moved back to give up seats for the terminal. And then the bus driver gets on the mic pre-departure, and he goes, "Okay, just want to give you a heads up on what's going on. We'll be passing out bottled water, and we'll have some snacks. We'll probably we'll stop one time so you can get some lunch. And just there's one bathroom, and here's the rules. The bathrooms you can do number 1, but no number 2."
Oh, they say that?
Yes.
No, wait for it. But no number 2, and let me explain why. You see, in this coach, the toilet sits right above the engine, and it's going to get up to 105 today. So if you make number 2, it makes bus toilet stew. So if you have an emergency, well, just come up and talk to me, and we'll see what we can work out. And he says, fucking, you think that lady that could barely get up the stairs is going to be able to fucking hold a fucking loaf for 6 sweating, rollicking hours? That everyone else is angry. So with the bus station, bus toilet stew, I look at Bingo and I go, no. And we just grabbed our shit. Fortunately, they hadn't loaded our bags underneath. And we just went, are you leaving? I go, fuck yeah, we're leaving. after your bus.
Yeah, didn't you hear what you just said? Bus toilet stew. We're out of
Yeah.
here.
So first, like I don't know what I'm gonna. I didn't want to have to do. This is what happened last time. They tried to put us on a bus in San Antonio, and I didn't even get on the bus that
Wait,
time.
it was in the same spot?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
where they
man.
changed trains. That's
Yeah.
where 19% leaves from 45%, and he's the one dragging it down. So last time, exact same thing happened, except we didn't get on the bus to hear bus toilets stew.
Mhm.
We just went to an airport, got a hotel, and flew out the next morning. This time I went, fuck them. I go, I have enough money. I go, let's get an Uber to that train station that they're taking us to and drive comfortably alone.
A 6-hour Uber drive?
Yeah, it was going to be $482, I think.
Oh, that's not bad.
I go, fuck it. You know what? And so we did that. And of course, couple
We tried.
canceled once they saw, they dropped out. Oh, your driver's on the way. No, your driver's canceled. But the guy that he's like, yeah, I guess I'm up for it. Had a bit of a German accent. And
Wait, someone took the fucking deal?
yeah, took the
wow.
fare. And then so we'll have to make arrangements, like has to stop and food and I go, yeah, whatever you need. We're not in a hurry. And then after he started explaining his musical tastes. Now, when you listen to my music, you're gonna see I have a lot of different tastes, and I used to give speeches, and educational outreach programs, and so a lot of the themes, like this theme was about being bullied as a kid, being bullying in school, and then he'd give us first of all, just music at all, but
Yeah.
him just giving intros to the songs and backstory. I'm like, this is not gonna work. So
For 6 hours.
yeah, we're already out of San
It's
Antonio.
not 10 minutes to the airport where Chaille's asking, like, so the Sikh religion. I have a couple questions for you. Yeah, this is a little different. 6 hours. Yeah, that'd be a little.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, next the next stop is Austin, is the next city. So, and I know that area. So I go, yeah, we're calling an audible on this. We're just gonna take us to the Austin Airport Hilton, and I got us nonstops from there the next day.
Which that's where you stayed last time you were in town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I thought about flying out of San Antonio, but I don't know it that well, and
Yeah.
that's where I had a layover. I think I had a layover there. No, I was in Houston. Yeah, I've never been to San Antonio. We did that one gig in San Antonio where Jay Whitecotton showed up.
yeah,
But we've only driven in. We've never flown out.
it's one of the ones I drank out of a guy's prosthetic
Yeah,
leg.
that was the prosthetic leg. Yeah,
one of them.
I think wasn't it LOL? Yeah.
Anyway, so it worked out. We just watched a bunch of movies and flew in. We were staying right near O'Hare anyway. And I had tickets to fly back. Initially, I bought tickets to fly back on Saturday, but then I thought, hey, if the train ride goes well, why not just take a round trip and take it back?
Yeah.
So I bought those tickets for Amtrak, but I kept the American Airlines in case Amtrak went really poorly, and I held a grudge. But then then I told them I'm going to be here Saturday, so they've been promoting that I'm going to do Q&A both nights.
Oh, at the premiere or at the theater. Theater.
So tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, we take the train back.
Yeah.
But since then we eliminated quite a bit of the booze, and we'll get rid of the snacks, and we'll be packed light. The problem is, Chaille, is on the way back, and I've been on Reddit, on Amtrak Reddit. I wrote this story up for Reddit, and some of the people on Reddit have talked about taking this Texas Eagle the opposite way and having been put on a bus. They'll put, like, if a train breaks down or something, and they go, yeah, we were in fucking shit knuckle Arkansas or something, and we had to take a bus all the way to Fort Worth. And I'm like, wow, that would suck, because there's a lot of these towns we're going through that have no airport. They're nowhere near an airport. So
yeah.
So I'm wearing
getting dumped off in San Antonio and going north. That's your best solution or your best outcome because Austin is so close.
Yeah,
Anything
and
else
and
would-
then Dallas.
yeah, and then after that, yeah, you're 3 hours from Dallas.
Yeah, there's only a few airport towns we go through on the northern part of this, like St. Louis, and that's pretty much it. I don't think Hope, Arkansas has a fucking airport.
You could have hit up Tracy and dropped by the Bretchels.
I want my own place, but I did text her I texted her at 6 p.m. Hey, you working? It was Kill Tony was going on that night.
Oh, they're already working at 6 p.m. They're loading in.
That's what I said. I said, you working? And at 10 a.m. the next morning, she goes, nope, I was sleeping, LOL. So, yes, you slept for fucking 16 hours? That's how we weren't going out anyway. We had one of those, it's one of those relic rooms with pay movies. So I'm like, all right, we watched like 5 pay movies that we fell asleep to all of them, including Kreischer's. We watched.
Oh, you watched The Machine?
Yeah, we fell asleep to it. Actually, we started it, and then we're like 15, 20 minutes in, and the TV went out. And then I started yelling at the front desk.
Lost power?
The TV's lost power.
Oh, they have like a timer that
in the hotel, like a fucking, I don't know, a satellite dish went down. But all TV, like not just the pay movies, all TVs. They go, well, and by the time it came back up, we started it over, and then we were fucking zonked. But we'll stay tuned for the trip back. The only thing I really wished I'd filmed some of that. It feels like intrusive, like when someone's all fucked up and feeble, to film them. But if this is elder abuse, which it really was, like then you kind of have an obligation.
Yeah, you're like a watchdog. You're a whistleblower, dude.
Yeah, it was really. I mean, I'm making goofs on it, but for those people, I wrote it up on Reddit, and people are going, "Well, if they're that fucked up, why would they travel?" I think it's the only way they could travel. Like you can't. To get those people on a plane sitting up in a tight seat, they need to be laying down in a bed.
They just don't trust air travel too. I mean, 95 years old, she was alive when it was horse and buggies.
Oh, yeah, maybe they just remember when train travel was wonderful.
I mean, I think it's always had its problems, but I don't think it's improved like everything else seems to improve technology-wise.
No, it's
and look, Canada was exactly the same. We had an unreliable arrival time for our Canadian cross Canada trip. So it's not just Amtrak.
Yeah, well, but the coach, I've heard that someone on the train was saying that they've been on the Northeast. That nice lady with the hip replacement. Mm-hmm. She said that
we call her Happy Face.
Yeah, she was talking about, have you been on the Northeast whatever line? And I said not for a lot of years, but that was way even worse than. She goes, oh no, the new ones, they've redone them and they're gorgeous. But the Northeast corridor is where Amtrak people use it regularly. There's
Oh yeah, because they'll commute into DC and shit.
Yeah, that whole run, the Joe Biden run. And the coach seats on this, a lot of them are brand new coach seats and really nice, except for the people who have laundry strung up, drying, and they're tanning hides and whatnot. A few burns from the charcoal briquettes that got out of the hibachi.
Limburger cheese here. Get your Limburger cheese. Wow, you're in good spirits. That's great. Are you looking? I got a message from Katie, who was on the film crew. She said she saw the movie last night. But you didn't go to see the movie. You didn't meet up with anyone yesterday?
No, I did. I was going to go. They had a 2:00 and a 5:00 showing. and then a 7:30, which was going to be the Q&A one, where everyone that was the sold out one.
Yeah.
And I was going to go to the 5 o'clock just so I didn't have to watch it with a bunch of people because I don't know. I went to Hedberg's screening of Los Enchiladas in
Well,
Upper
I mean, that was a way different animal, dude.
at Sundance. Yeah.
Yeah, it hit like his manager Dave Becky and him like rented out like a room at the Red Lion Inn or something. I heard that it was
It was in the
it
theater.
wasn't they had a
like,
separate room though, right? It wasn't like entered into Sundance. They just had a screening and invited people.
whatever it was like very late. I don't know if midnight, but very late.
Yeah.
And it was the point is it wasn't well received. I mean, it's not like they weren't throwing Rotten Tomatoes, but it wasn't getting laughs, and it was awkward and silent. And then a lot of people started filtering out and just leaving in the middle of it. And Hedberg is there, so it was like, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking. If this sucks, I don't want to sit through something like that. But then the producer said, "Come on, you got to see it with a full house because it gets good laughs and
it does,
not
dude.
A really funny movie. It's
a dramedy basically. Yeah. But I mean, it does get laughs. That's the thing. It's like, I mean, the time you don't know when you're filming it and you're doing it over and over again. That's when I think you'd be more nervous because the way it's edited and the way it's all put together, you have more control over how the audience hopefully is going to react. But when you're sitting there doing the same line over and over again, it's got to feel like, just like doing the same old joke over and over. It's like you can't believe anyone's laughing at it.
Yeah, there's a few parts. You can only be so honest in a Q&A, but there's a few parts where I go, oh, yeah.
I'm sure you'll be very honest about that. I mean, look, you didn't write it, and you went in and you committed yourself 100% to that thing. There's no shame in saying like I don't get that. I'm listening to this the second book by this guy that is writing about Hollywood in the 70s, and then now it's about Harvey Weinstein and his brother Bob and all that. And he's talking to other people on set who are like, man, I don't know. I don't understand why we're doing it this way, but they do it because you got hired to be an actor, Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's the hating your own face, head, voice thing.
Yeah.
And you go, wow, I wish I had that one to do over. I really that was a really suck take,
Yeah.
And then, but it's low budget, and it's not, that's it. It's in the. They're not trying to sell you that it's anything but that. But
yeah,
when people are saying, this could really be huge, and you go, no, it can't. This is not. You're delusional.
I mean, how about it? It's just what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something that is, some meteoric rise. It's like this was a movie that was filmed in Chicago in the middle of fucking winter with a production crew that bailed out, the production manager who bailed out before the cast even got assembled. I mean,
I never expected to see this movie. I never expected to see this as a movie when I was doing it. But I think what I'm saying is my problem is I'm always going to be self-effacing and fuck, I fucked up that joke on stage in my act. I'm going to go, or when I listen back to it, I'll be yelling, just get to the point. Stop fucking trying to riff right now, you fucking dick. And that's what I do. But when it's a collaborative production with a whole bunch of different people and talent, and you can't just go shit on it like you'd shit on your own thing. So you have to go, that was the Q&A. But we had a fun time at Q&A, and I'm going back now. Tony's about to pick us up, so we'll get back to you. I don't know if anything's going on at home. All I know is Raiders taking care of the cats.
They got the toe kicks in, so now they can start on the flooring.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the template for the cabinets in the kitchen are all laid out. And now they can start putting the flooring in, which It should start. Oh, I mean, I'll be back on Tuesday, or no, I'll be back on Wednesday. So we'll see. But it's getting close because they just put the rebar in for our cement over on our property, and it's gonna be neck and neck, man.
All right.
But, I mean, we'll probably win. We're probably gonna win. That cement pad will be in probably by next week this time.
You might not win because I might just start fucking putting in flooring. There's a bunch of leftover shit from fucking the little house, and I might be in there at 5:30 one morning when they come in at 6.
Yeah, it's all done, guys.
I got a mouthful of fucking carpet tacks and a fucking small hammer, fucking hammering down, all slipshod and over one over the other.
I did get your ceiling fan for your back room now, so that
cool.
shows up on Thursday. So we're all set there. So yeah, we've got some progress, even though both of us are out of town.
I booked a I booked a thing, just because it's because it's the last thing I would ever do, but I'm going to the Bucharest Comedy Festival in Romania in November.
That is awesome.
I think they're gonna.
Doug, you gotta send me.
I told him I don't have an act right now because you guys been haunting me for months to do this. I go, I don't have an act, and I probably won't have an act. I'm dealing with other shit. And he's like, you can just come and do a meet and greet. We'll pay you and fly you first class. I went, if you really want to do that, well, then ask me in a month. I'll see where my head is. I'll see where the house is. And then they're like, I need to get that last chunk of miles on.
Yeah, some miles for sure.
And it's November in Bucharest. He goes, it's not really going to be that cold. And
I'm fucking freezing.
He
That's
says,
like where they film fucking the Lord of the Rings and shit. I mean, or not Lord of the Rings, the thing on HBO, the Winter's Coming.
I don't know. I told him I'll do anything. I'll do like podcasts, or he said, well, maybe you can do something green room style with some of the local comics. And sure, yeah, I'll do anything other than I'm not going to have an act.
Yeah.
And then I go, once I got here, I go, you could probably screen my new movie and I could do a Q&A there.
You should do that.
Yes, he said, all right. I go, it'll be streaming by then. It starts streaming October 6th. I go, you won't even have to ask permission. It's fucking Romania. Just fucking log into your Amazon Prime. I'll just watch the movie. So
that's a fucking great idea.
Yeah, I almost brought bingo, and I was looking it up, and it was cost prohibitive. And
how many hours to Bucharest?
It's not bad. It's like 17. I fly Salt Lake for a quick layover, Amsterdam for a couple hours, and Bucharest.
And then how much for a round trip first class?
They paid like $5,500.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad for first class.
Yeah.
But yeah, I leave on the 11th and come back on the 19th. So add a day on either side of that. That's like fucking 10 days or whatever. Bingo's not going to be amused. I'm not going to be amused with fucking Bucharest for 10 hours, much less 10 days. So a bingo would we'll save that $5,500 and go someplace tropical.
And let's not forget to plug one more time. I've been doing it in the last couple of podcasts. September 15th at the Shady Dell. You're hosting for Billy Wayne Davis, Andy Andrist, and Christine Levine.
Oh, and you know what's a great thing of me continually, painfully putting off editing my special? It's not out there, so I can still use some of the material from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe I'll just do that till Skankfest. I'm going to Skankfest too, as always, just as a spectator. But if
you bought tickets, right?
Yeah, maybe by then I'll have my special out. But they're gonna show the movie too.
Great.
Yeah.
So tickets for Doug's the show that Doug is hosting at the Shady Dell on September 15th, 2023. Can be obtained at bwdtour.com. Billy Wayne Davis is handling all the ticketing. So that's the place to get tickets. Don't call the Shady Dell. They won't have any information. bwdtour.com. And it's all written down here below, so y'all can figure it out. But yeah, that's it. And it's gonna be fun. I'll be there too.
All right. I guess I do have stuff coming up in my life.
Oh, and Andy, they're all doing that show the night before over
at Bumstead's.
At Bumstead's. So if you wanted to go to that, I'd drive you out and drive you back.
I live up there. I have a place up there.
So I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm going to go to the Bumstead's one or not, but I'll talk to you when you get home.
Yeah. All right. Let's Bingo, come on, get in here in all your orange and take us out live. And then I'll sidebar with Chaille after we pretend to hang up.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye now.